Hello again, folks. Welcome back to the rebuild of the ROWE AMI jukebox amplifier. I'll just turn it over so I can see them on numbers. An R3390A, this amplifier. And I say rebuild, it's not really a rebuild as such, it's more like a recap and a refurbish. Because to rebuild, you have to replace every single component. I'm not doing that. I'm just replacing what's out of tolerance, replacing all the caps. All the capacitors are being replaced, but any resistors that are okay, I'll leave them in. Any, obviously, that are out, I'll replace. Right. Now, I've started up here on the power supply. I've cleaned, just get my pointer. I've cleaned, let's get my pointy one, that's better. Right. What I've done, I've cleaned the point here. Get my pointer on it, there we go. Camera on it. I've cleaned this point here, which is where the new 450 volt should be 80, but I went for the 100 microfarad because that's all I could get. Capacitor is going to go. Obviously, it'll be soldered in. Be soldered in something like down here. And the ground can go to any of the ground leads. Leave that there for now. The other capacitors, which are here, will be soldered in as a block. Not quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet, but I have committed myself by soldering it. So this is a 600 volt. These are 600 volt each by 30 microfarads. Which is pretty much the spec of the originals, apart from the voltage. The microfarad is correct, but the voltage is a bit higher than what the originals were, which is no harm in that. That's sometimes usually a good thing. I was going to restuff the original capacitor and put it back in here, but those capacitors I've purchased won't fit, so have to do something about this hole. I'll probably remove this plate here and mount these capacitors in there. So that's probably what's going to happen. These capacitors, that's probably what's going to happen there. We've got various wires here, ground wires, live wires that go to the capacitor. I've got to put all the node resistors back on the capacitors. I've been looking for a schematic on this because it's been about a week since I last played with it, but no matter, schematic isn't really important. I have got another one of these amps which is in perfect working order. It's in the bottom of my jukebox, so if need be I can pull that amp out and have a look, use that as a reference. I don't really want to do that, but if all else fails, then we'll pull that amp out, or I should say, I will pull that amp out. Then once I know the power supply is all sorted out, then I'll start working on the audio section. This capacitor here has been disconnected, so I could get down here. That goes to that point. This capacitor here goes to there, along with that new Rubicon one I've bought, along with this guy here. He'll go to there. But that's about it for now, ladies and gentlemen, on this rebuild stroke refurbish. That 20k resistor there, that's okay. It's been tested. The surge limit resistor, that's okay. That's fine. I have got some of the valves for this. I know I did say that. Yeah, I have got a rectifier for it, and I've got the ECC83s, or the 12AX7s as the Americans like to call them. So it's really just the output valves I have to order, but I'm not putting an output valve anywhere near this until I'm absolutely certain, because they're expensive. So I won't be putting an output valve anywhere near this until I'm absolutely certain that the circuit is getting correct HT from the power supply. And we'll find all that out in due course, i.e. when the capacitors are fitted, which are probably going to be well, I'm at work in a bit, so it'll probably be later or tomorrow. See how I feel. I'm going to clean all these up. I don't like any of this. This is all manky. I'll give you a quick look at the audio section. What do you call it? I've got to replace one of the hum balance pots. Which one is it? Oh, this one. There he is. He should live down there. He should live down there, connected to that pot. But obviously he's been evicted. And I noticed that when I did actually notice when I tried to use this amplifier, because this was bought as a quick replacement. Sorry about that. My camera went off because I'm using a phone, and every now and again it says there's no SIM card in it. So I'll have to just join the two portions of the video together. Anyway, getting back to it, I've replaced these capacitors here in the audio section, but I've since found that the hum balance pot for this channel is actually damaged, and it was this channel that was causing the problems. I'm not sure whether this is left or right. Let's have a look. But it was this channel that was causing all the problems. This is the right channel. It was the right channel that was causing all the problems. The left channel was perfect. So I need to replace the hum balance pot on there. And I've got these capacitors here to solder back in. This has all got to be done. But I'd like a schematic, but if I can't get a schematic on it, then I'll just pull that amp out. Just pull that other amp out of my machine, and I'll just go off that. I'll just clear space on the bench so I can have the amps next to each other and just go off that for easy reference. It's probably easier doing that anyway. But some might call it cheating, but if it does the job, why not, eh? Anyway, I'm going to get this video spliced together, and then I'll get it edited and I'll get it up there for you, and you can all have a look. And thank you very much for watching, and more to come as and when it comes. Bye for now, folks.